What's up, everybody? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Because once I went live, that's when I saw that my camera wanted to mess up. I'm here now. All right, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I appreciate you. We're going to be doing a couple things this morning. All right, you guys are going to be coming to work with me this morning. All right, I'm going to be literally doing a bunch of things. I want you guys to see. Also follow me on my Instagrams. Okay, educated__hustler is my personal regular Instagram, and then this is my business Instagram that I'm trying to continue to build. So definitely check that out. Also, make sure you guys go here and click on, let me actually do this. I want y'all to see this. So go straight to my bio and click on join the network. And right now I'm only charging $25 to join the Hustlers Network. You get my phone number. We end up working together. I am just guaranteeing you guys exclusive access to me, one-on-one mentorship. This is not any type of mentorship that people are used to. I'm not here to create fluff. I'm not here to let you procrastinate. My main motive, I'm sorry, y'all, let me fix this. My main motive is to make sure that you guys are making the most out of your money, no matter what. Give me a second, y'all. No matter what, I want to make sure you guys are making money. So it's important that you guys are always not only just seeking information, but you're working with people that are going to give you the right information and not try to sell you on, yeah, you're going to become a millionaire. Becoming a millionaire is the goal. I hope that's not the goal for you, because becoming a millionaire is ultra unrealistic at this point when you're trying to become a thousandaire, when you're trying to make money work for you, when you're trying to build your income, when you're trying to grow, when you're trying to get to a point to where you're not just content, but instead you are living in a reality of being able to stop the procrastination, stop the bad habits, but most importantly, produce the results. Okay? That is one of the most important things that I want you guys to stay tapped in on, is we want to make sure that we are getting the results, and that's what I am here to do. So yes, you would go ahead and join the community. Once you join the community, there's a bunch of things you get. All right, you get the Hustler Community Chat. You get the books free calls with me, so you don't have to pay for any calls. You can book calls whenever I'm free. All right, I have a Google Calendar. My Google Calendar tells you exactly when I'm free. You get to book those calls. Of course, I give you guides. You get the phone flipping course. You get the buyer's price list. You get all of these things, of course, right? But the most important thing to me is you being able to contact me every single day, me being able to jot down. I have a whole folder and notepad and a whole book. So this book right here, a whole book of students, their goals, a bunch of things that they want to build and achieve, and focused on actually helping them get that. Okay, now it's not going to happen overnight, obviously, but you guys get the point. All right, so now we did that whole housekeeping thing. I want to go to wespoy.com. I'm excited to say, guys, this site is fully up and it is now updated. I'd say I was able to include the build your own box. So yes, we still have the resellers kit where you get 30 to 50 products wholesale, so you can sell at kiosks and malls, flea markets, everywhere. This summer you'll have products to be able to sell. But we also have it to where you can get a 4-piece, 6-piece, and 12-piece bundle, where yes, you can then go ahead and pick your own products in that box. Okay, pick what you want. Okay, that's important. All right. So yes, that's important, and that's something I wanted to bring to you guys. We're going to go live on TikTok as well. Make sure you guys go ahead and, of course, follow me on TikTok. Y'all, TikTok be booming. I love and enjoy TikTok. I love connecting with you guys. TikTok, if you don't know, I put a lot of my behind-the-scene moments on TikTok. I am a little bit more, how could I say this? I'm more of a... I just show you the raw, uncut version of me on there. So, not like bad or anything, but like I'm showing you like the things that I don't get to show you on YouTube. Okay, so definitely my TikTok should come up, I believe. Now listen, I ain't no social media genius, but I believe it's gonna pop. Yeah, Hustler taught me. That's my TikTok. Okay, so yes, go ahead and tap in. Okay, I don't ever promote my socials, and I've been told by students that I need to do that, so that's why I'm doing it. I know that I sort of kind of, I throw my socials in the bio and don't really talk about them now, but I got to do better. So that's what I'm doing. All right. Remember, we got to be better than we were yesterday. That's the main goal, right? The main goal is to be better than we were yesterday. Okay. All right. So now with that being said, let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's start talking about what we're going to do today. So I have a few things that I need to do. I'm going to check on 2 eBay automation clients. Unfortunately, I am sort of kind of taking over for the VA, the virtual assistant, or for their assistant, Jordan. I'm working hand in hand with him, but I'm using this for a lot of videos, which is cool, because I get to actually get back to the basics of what I'm used to doing. Let me turn this light down because this thing brighter than a mother. All right, so now let's go. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this up. I'm going to also talk about some. We're also going to talk about some phone flipping as well. Okay. All right. So we have a few listings we need to list. Okay. Now I'm interested to see how many of these 3-in-1 charging station MagSafe chargers sold. So let's go and see. What's up, TikTok? Everybody on TikTok. And one thing about TikTok is I see a lot of people, they go on TikTok and do nothing, right? You got people on TikTok, they battle each other all day, and all they do is sit there and tell other people to tap and send gifts. I'm never getting into that, I'm not gonna lie, because to me that's not a hustle, and it's kind of boring. When you go ahead and look at my TikTok lives, I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be actually getting to work, because I mean, I could easily be saying, oh my God, tap the screen, guys, tap the screen. Oh, come on, doubles. Like, bro, I no disrespect to a lot of TikTokers, but I gotta make my business great. I can't depend on TikTok now. You feel me? All right, look at this, y'all. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. I hope you guys have a great day. Look at this. This is a 3-in-1 charging station compatible for Apple MagSafe. This sold for $24. $24. That's a high. That's high. That's high. That's really high. But I'm going to tell you why it's sold like that. It's sold like that because of the packaging. Because they made this packaging look like it was actually really something. That's exactly why this sold. It's sold because they sort of kind of made the packaging look as if it was going to be something that's going to change the trajectory of your phone's life, right? Our packaging is a simple packaging. Let me see if I can get one, I guess. Do I have one up here? Let's see. Yeah, I do. Our packaging is regular. You know what I mean? Our packaging ain't nothing too crazy, right? This packaging here, it's a bit extreme. So what we're going to do is, I don't want to actually, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to copy this one. So you got to know what listings to copy and what listings not to. Maybe I should, right? It's the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing. But it's the same thing, but this packaging, the reason my packaging is always so small, right? So when I talk to distributors, I don't do AliExpress, I don't do Alibaba, I don't do Temu, I don't do DHgate. I don't do those platforms because I've outgrown them. I understood where I wanted to have my business and where I wanted to, what I wanted to do, right? My main mission is to make money selling to resellers. Like, I want to wholesale to businesses, right? I want to be the plug. I want to be the person that's giving people products. And I understood that if I was on AliExpress, Alibaba, DHgate, if I was using people from there, I am not necessarily adding to the market. in retrospect, what I would be doing is becoming a drop shipper. So what I did was I ended up finding connections independently via Sprint, which is no longer around, right? And my distributor, he likes to package very compact because shipping is very expensive, especially when, I don't know what my dog is doing, especially when it comes to customs. Okay, so that's why we always do compact. So if you are somebody that is ordering overseas, and let's say you are doing Alibaba or AliExpress, always ask for the package dimensions, or even ask for them to send it in the most compact way, and it would cut down on your shipping expenses, because they're just passing that to you. You feel me? They're passing the expenses directly to you. So while you may feel like, oh, I'm making bread regardless, yeah, but I mean, most of y'all that have, sold or brought from AliExpress, I'm sure can vouch that shipping is usually the most expensive, right? And that's how you sort of kind of combat it, is by making sure you have compact packaging, which means you have the smallest package possible. I'm not in the waste of money, like, at all, right? I understand that my bottom line is making sure my profit margins stay comparable to satisfying the customer and also satisfying the business. When it comes to wholesaling, you're not really looking for profit like that. That's not where you, in my opinion, that's not where you grow. You don't grow looking for profit. Now, I'm not saying I don't want profit. I'm saying you don't grow looking for profit, which means you don't go and be greedy. Because when you become greedy, you don't never understand or know when to stop eating, right? It's a difference, in my opinion. All this stuff is opinion based. It's a difference between being greedy and hungry, right? Sometimes you'll run across businesses that are greedy, and sometimes you'll run across businesses that are hungry. I've always been a hungry, not greedy type of individual, because I understood my target market. Now, y'all got to realize I'm in Philly, right? So in Philly, this is one of the poorest cities in America, right? So me knowing this is one of the most poorest cities in America, I already know that, and I'm not saying everybody's poor, okay? But I know that people are going to look for deals, right? And in order for me to give them the best bang for their buck, I need to be making sure that I am in return giving them good deals, right? But how do you do that without letting people take advantage of you, or without indicating or giving people a reason to take advantage of you? Easy. You don't let them know, but you are always starting out with fair pricing, which means you don't need to negotiate. And if they do want you to negotiate, then they're the problem, not you, right? Like, how many people have asked me to negotiate when I had a very affordable price? A lot. And did I come down? No. I used to, though. I used to come down on my price now. I'll tell you that. I used to come down on my price. I used to be one of them people. Oh, no, you don't want to buy it? Okay. All right. You don't want to buy it? Okay. Well, I'll do it for this much. I'll do it for that much. And, when I did that, I made money, but it wasn't money to keep the lights on, because I was cheating myself subconsciously. And also depreciate. I was depreciating. I was, wow, brain fart. I was not showing my business love. It's early in the morning. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. But right now what I'm doing is I'm just putting up some listings. The reason I'm putting listings up is because it's the weekend. If you don't know, on the weekends, that's when you'll see a lot more sales on eBay, because Sunday, iPhone 7 headphones, is one of the most busiest times for eBay. All right, boom. And yes, we are going to get into phone flipping as well, guys. Let me see something. Bluetooth, iPhone 7 headphones, Bluetooth. Oh my God. Okay. I want those. Perfect. All right. So, all right. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're going to put it at that price point. All right, bet. So I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to take this brand off, put unbranded. We're going to make that color white. Okay, and then description. I'm going to take that, put that right there. We're going to do $6. We're going to do quantity of 10. We're going to, well, nah, let's do quantity of 5. Another question I've had was, hey, how do you get around the 10 product minimum? I don't know what you guys are talking about. You shouldn't have any restrictions on your account if you do it the way I tell you to do it, which is making sure that you do it via business account. When you're creating an eBay account, right, you don't want to create a personal eBay account. There's no benefit for you, especially if you're a reseller. Now, if you're just somebody doing this for fun, for shits and giggles, then I mean, obviously, you know, create that personal account. Boom. All right, now we're gonna do a dual adapter. Okay, so legit. I bet I could double back on the link in your bio then. Courtney, you funny. Yeah, I'm legit. I'm definitely legit. Definitely tap in with me. Tap in with me, everybody. Yeah, I am legit. If a lot of people don't know, you know, it's hard, you know, balancing social media and real life. I don't know how a lot of the influencers do it, but like I own 4 stores in Philly right now currently. I'm closing some. I might close all my stores by the end of August because my stores don't make me near as much money as they used to. I mean, obviously, due to what's going on, right? So, yes, I am legit, but that's the beautiful thing about like what I'm doing is, you know, sometimes I feel like quitting and giving up because I'm balancing a lot, y'all. A lot. Like, I don't even have enough time to go on vacations or anything like that because, you know, I'm trying to build my wholesale business, trying to build my brand, trying to make sure people ain't stealing from me, which, you know, you see a lot with phone stores, while also being on live and being on the internet, being on TikTok, being on YouTube. You know, it's a lot, but I'm so grateful just for the opportunity to be able to do anything that, you know, I enjoy. Notice I didn't say love because I try to refrain from saying that I'm doing what I love. Definitely look forward to hearing from you, Courtney, for sure. And you said, do I look up to? I don't look up to anybody. The only person I look up to is Jesus Christ. I don't really look up to anybody, especially not on social media, because social media is fake. Look at how many people are telling people they can get rich selling digital products and ebooks. Let me tell y'all a secret. Maybe I shouldn't say this. No, I'm gonna say it. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, bro, I done dated people that were selling digital products and they was broke. You feel me? That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna just leave it there, right? I done dated plenty of people that sell digital products and they couldn't afford to pay for sneakers. They was walking around and their kids. Never mind. Let me chill out. Cause I know I be doing too much. Cause then when I turn the camera off, I still gotta live and stuff. So I mean, let me chill out. I don't want to start no arguments, man. I'm cool. I'm good, man. I'm good. Just know that there's a lot of people that say that they sell things, fix credit, do all of this stuff, and they don't do anything in real life. I didn't see a person, right? I was networking at one point, and you know, I'm doing my thing. This is why you see me by myself. I don't really talk to people, answer people's calls. I'm to myself, because there's a lot of people, they'll say, oh, I fix credit, I trade stocks, I do this, I do that. And then when you see them in person, they're broke. Now, it's nothing wrong with being broke. Well, no, that's a lie. I'm capping. There's a bunch wrong with being broke. But the point of the matter is, I done seen somebody, we networking. All right. And the person tells me, hey, Brandon. I say, yeah. They said, you want to get a new car? I had the track at the time, right? I had the Jeep, you know what I mean? I'm like, this payment pretty high. I was paying $990 or something like that. So I was like, yeah, like, what's up? She was like, all right, let's go to the dealership. I'm like, I don't listen, I need to get my affairs in order, I said, or something. I was like, I need to contact my accountant. He said, nah, just pull up. Okay, why? Because I want to show you that you don't need to do a down payment. I want to show you this and that. Yo, bro, we got to the dealership, bro. I don't even want to do it because that's kind of rude. But the person couldn't even afford to get a car, and the person that was trying to fix my credit, they couldn't even run credit. That's how bad their credit was, but they was trying to fix mine. It's crazy. It don't make sense. It's kind of crazy. That's why I'm cool. I talk a lot about people online because it's like, I'm so disgusted. I'm so disgusted with people online. Because people be really lying. Like, people really be lying. Like, people really be lying. Like, just really lie. Like, it's not even like a, oh, well, maybe I do this. No, like, they be lying, bro. I got a guy, and I follow him on Instagram just for motivation. Boy, every day I go on my Instagram, he got another video up, another reel, talking about, all you have to do is go on Canva. Go and follow, and go on Canva. And then go search done for you products. Look for ebook. Then go download the template. Then go to put information in the ebook. Go ahead, download ebook. Put it on your stand store. and then he'd be having like fake receipts on the stand store. And he'd be like, now, make sure you guys hit me up in the DM. DM me the word mentor. And I will contact, like, shut the, yo, bro. If you don't get your biscuit head out of here, bro, you lying piece of crap. Like, bro, people be lying, bro. And I'm so glad that I'm so glad that I'm not somebody trying right now. And what I mean by trying is I'm so glad I'm not somebody out here trying to learn. Because there's so many distractions out here and so much bull crap that it's not even funny. Like, I have students that hit me up, like, just to be very clear, right? I have a bunch of different mentorships because I don't like to do mentorships and just open them up and then just take people because it becomes overwhelming. So I'll close mentorships, open them up, close them. So, and some people I'll kick out. Sometimes I have mentorships and I'll be like, yo, bro, what's up, man? Listen, this isn't a good fit for you or me. So let's go ahead and boom, boom, boom. We good. We done, bro. But hit me up. Here's my phone number. Hit me up. You need anything, I got your back like a bra strap. Like, we good. But, bro, I'll be hearing people, they be like, yeah, Brandon, before I met you, I be feeling like I'm in a commercial. They be like, before I met you, I tried with this phone flipper, and he told me to look on eBay to find the prices for phone. Like, just dumb stuff. Like, stuff that you know for a fact ain't true. And it's like, bro, you paid bread for that? Yeah. Well, why did you pay bread for a course that taught you how to flip phones from somebody that you didn't even see got results? Or get results, excuse my language. They didn't get results, broski, so why would you even indulge in that dumb behavior? Not you being dumb, but why would you even indulge in that? Right? Like, prime example, I wouldn't be, like, my first thing flipping phones and growing my business was not to hop on the internet. That's what scares me. That's what scares me, because I got a question for anybody watching this now or later. The person that's teaching you how to sell digital products, what do they sell that is digital? Like, what other than them selling to you to sell digital products do they sell to make them credible to sell ebooks? Like, bro, what do you sell that makes you a leader to teach me how to sell digital products? Prime example, this idiot that I see on Instagram that I follow because I need to see fraudulent behavior to make me motivated sometimes to make sure that I'm helping you guys out, because this is sad out here. This guy is teaching people how to make ebooks on Canva, bro. You can just literally look up on YouTube how to make ebooks with Canva, right? So he's teaching people that, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm a little jealous. I'm like, yo, y'all follow this? Right? But then I look and I'm like, well, see, people don't follow individuals because what the individual is doing works. People follow the individual because they feel like what the individual is doing is creating a experience or a dream. So every time they go on, what the hold on. Okay. What was that? Every time they go on Instagram, or every time they go on TikTok, or every time they go on YouTube, they'll see people lying to them. Hey guys, this is how you make $10,000 in a month, right? But that person don't make $10,000 in a month. Or they'll be like, yo, create an ebook and sell digital products and you'll be able to make bread. So I'm studying these people because I'm naturally from the sports environment. So I know to study my competition, watch film, right? So I'm looking at how they're doing it, and I see they got a lot of followers and people are interacting with them. And then I think to myself, it is so obvious that this person does not really sell ebooks or doesn't sell digital products, but they're teaching you how to do it. Because if this person sold ebooks and was making $8,000 a month, let's say, right, selling the ebook, I got a quick question. Why would they then stop selling those ebooks and help people learn how to sell the ebooks? It doesn't make sense, because business wise, if you're making $8K a month, you know you can make $16 a month, because you know, well, if I could push out or even outsource or hire a virtual assistant or even bring other people on my team, I can double profit, which if I double profit, make $16K every single month. Let me actually keep doing this until it gets stagnant, sell the business, go into another business. That is the purpose of business, right? But instead, what they're lying and saying is, hey guys, I'm just so successful, I want to teach you right now. Successful people don't teach people how to be successful. That's not how it works. Now, the reason I say that, and I say this all the time, because you might be like, well, why the hell are you teaching people how to flip phones and resell products? One, because I have a network of buyers that I pay now because I want to become a connector. That's my new dream. My new dream isn't to flip phones now, because I've done it and I have plateaued. I'm at a point to where now I have people that I pay to flip phones for me. Great, cool. Now I want to get out of that, right? I want to spend time with my family. I want to spend time with my kids. I done sacrificed 2 years for my kids so I can go all around find buyers, right? Why do I teach people how to resell? I teach people how to resell because I own a warehouse now. I have one in Philly on South Street, and now I'm getting one in Virginia. And now I want to become a reseller, so I want to resell products to people because I don't want to own a store no more. Stores in Philly are dangerous. I got people trying to rob me. I got employees getting their cars stolen and stuff. And guess who has to pay for that? Me, right? So I'm starting to understand more expenses. I'm pivoting my businesses because I'm understanding I'm making more money online than I am in physical sense, like on, in the brick and mortar. That's why I do it. But why is the person teaching you how to flip an ebook telling you how to do it? Why are they teaching you, hey, comment mentorship so you can learn how to do it when they're already doing it successfully? Because they're lying. They're not doing it successfully. And also, that person that's teaching you how to do an ebook and how to build digital products, what digital product do they have other than teaching you how to do digital products that you see scaling and selling? That's the difference, right? We have to understand business and stop trying to just digest dreams. And that's the problem. But it intrigues me. Like, it really intrigues me how a lot of people think, because I'm one of those people where I like to understand before I judge. but I'm motherfucking judging. Like, there's a lot of people out here that really are so in need of growing that they'll fall for anything. And that is the problem. Like, that's the problem, right? That's the issue. But I also find it really unique because these individuals that are online saying, hey, man, guys, I'm about to teach you how to, I'm gonna fix your credit. Oh my God, don't get me started with the credit, bro. Don't get me started with the credit people. The people that fix credit online is crazy. It's diabolical because the fraudulent shit that they got going on is crazy, because I know a bunch of them. And I also know people that sell products, drop ship. And you know what they tell me? They tell me literally, yo, bro, like, it's not about drop shipping, bro. Like, it's not about that. It's about, if I can get people to actually believe that joining my community is going to help them, then I make money teaching them shit that I already know and I only found on YouTube. And I was like, well, how do you know that they're not going to see that it's going to be something they can figure out by themselves? Because what I do, right? True story. This is what he told me. I had a guy, and he's ultra successful, got a bunch of followers, way more than me, hundreds of thousands, right? He said, what you do, B? He's like, what you do is, I have a wife, and my wife, she went to this Pilates class. And when she went to the Pilates class, the Pilates instructor said, hey guys, join my Pilates class, and if you lose weight, we'll give you your money back. If you lose a certain amount of weight throughout the sessions, we'll give you your money back. And he said, she never lost the weight, so she didn't get the money back. And he said, then I got an idea. I was like, what was the idea? He was like, so if I have people join my community and I tell them, hey, join my community. If you don't make the money that I tell you you're going to make, I'll give you your money back. So we all would be like, yo, yeah, let's get it. You feel me? There's no risk. Because what do you think when you are asked to join a community or to pay somebody, right? You're thinking like, well, the first thought in your mind is, what risk do I have? Like, I'm in it to make money, not in it to give money, right? So what he said, I was like, well, bro, you're not going to make him that money, bro. He said, you're right. I'm not going to make him that money. But guess what? I said, what? He said, they soon will realize that in order to make that money, they have to follow stipulations that I put in place. I'm like, what do you mean? What are stipulations? He's like, so what happens is once they sign up, I create a spreadsheet of things they have to do in order to make the money, and they have to do it in order for me to pay them back once they don't, or if they don't get the results. So I'm listening to it and I'm like, okay, so what this is basically you're saying that you give people expectations that you know they're not going to reach, but also give them a metric schedule or a metric scale, that you know they can achieve in order to now prolong their belief that they're going to be able to make the money, when in all reality, they're not going to make the money. They're actually going to lose the money because they're not going to be able to do everything that you're trying to tell them they can do. He said, absolutely. And when he said that, I said, okay. That's it. Never answered the phone for my guy again. Because, see, if I had that energy around me, right, what can I learn from that? I can't learn shit from that. That was like a conversation that taught me how to make some content about it. That's about it, right? And I think that's why I have the communities that I have, because I listen to two type of people. I listen to people that do things that I would never do, because I think there's a art in understanding why people do or have the balls to do things that you wouldn't. And I also listen to my biggest critics, people that hate what I do or dislike what I do or don't support me, like my mom. Does not support me, okay? My son got bit by my dog, okay, last week, all right? He got bit by my dog. And when he got bit by the dog, it's really his dog. That's the crazy, just diabolical, sad part about it. It's his dog. He got it for his birthday. But anyway, he got bit by the dog. So while he got bit by the dog, we had to take him to the emergency room. I had to put out a check. Now, my son has insurance, but also a copay. You feel me? Because I pay for insurance out of my pocket. I pay I think $5.58 or something like that, right? A month. But I still had to pay copay. So my mom, she's like, well, This is why you need a job, Brandon. Like, even if you are doing your business, it's better to play it safe. It's better to have a job too, just in case, because you didn't go to college, right? My mom has never been to any of my stores. My mom has never, in my opinion, like, I've given her iPads for Christmas, Apple Watches, the Apple virtual reality thing. I've given her so much for, Christmas from my business, but she's never actually walked into my business and said, hey, let me buy this, right? But I listen to her doubts of what I'm doing, and I use that to make me better. Like, that's like what I do. Like, if I'm telling my friends, yo, bro, I want to start this business, and they like, bro, that ain't gonna work, bro. You a nut. That ain't gonna work, dog. Then I always want to listen to why. I'd be like, oh, you don't think so, bro? Nah, bro, you crazy as hell. Oh, for real? Yeah, why? Well, because, bro, like, if you do that, then da-da-da. Like, if you sell this charger to me, I wouldn't buy it. Why not? Because, bro, like, I just go to Apple. But what if mine is cheaper? Bro, it don't matter. It's Apple. Oh, so you like Apple? Yeah, bro. What if mine had an Apple sign on it and you didn't know it was an Apple? Well, I still go to Apple. Okay. So you like the Apple environment? I don't know, bro. I'm just going to go to... Like, you start actually listening and you start understanding that a lot of customers, one, don't know what they want. They don't know what they like. They just know what feeling they get. Hence what I said about people that invest in creators that act like they're selling digital products. You're not really buying into the point of somebody selling a digital product. You're buying into the point of, hey, I can be as lazy as possible, make thousands of dollars literally by doing nothing because this person is doing it. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all something about me. I don't make money being lazy. I'll tell you that. Like, one thing my son said to me this weekend that really I don't want to curse. That really messed me up. I said, I don't know. He was getting in trouble for something. I think because he ain't do his push-ups. Because I make my son do push-ups every morning. He does 50 in the morning, 50 at night, just because, right? I want to instill certain things in my children that weren't instilled in me, right? But anyway, he didn't do the push-ups. And then I said to him, do you think that I like working? He said, yes. I said, why do you think I like working? He said, because you're always working. I said, do you think I'm always working because I want to always work? He said, yes. I said, so you don't think that I want to be able to just relax and chill with you? No. I said, oh, that's interesting that you don't think that, but it's not true. The point of the matter is that I work now so that you can be able to do what you need to do later. And then he said, well, why don't you do what you want to do? And I'm like, because leaders take sacrifice. And he was like, leaders take sacrifice. I said, yeah, leaders aren't appreciated until they're gone. And I said, let me ask you this. If I didn't live here and if I was away and you ain't never see me, would you have the things that you want? He said, no. I said, exactly. And I said, also, let me ask you something. Do you get everything that you ask for? He said, no. I said, exactly. Life is unfair. And that is exactly why I work. Because I work because life won't work for me. And that whole conversation kind of messed me up because it made me understand that your children can be a critic of you as well. And sometimes you got to listen and understand their input and how they feel, because the way they feel is important as well. You feel me? Like, the way your children or people closest to you feel is important because they know you best and they know your weaknesses. They know what they used to see you doing. They know all of that. And that's the way that, I feel a lot of entrepreneurs can continue to get better. It's that, and of course reading books and doing all the other stuff that people talk about. But I think a lot of people forget about the basic essentials of, hey, just shut the hell up and listen to people. When you shut the hell up and you listen to what people have to say, you start to understand a lot about you. And see, the point of the matter is we lie to ourselves all the time. Like, I lie to my damn self. I might say, oh man, I bust my ass today and I did all the work I could. But in reality, I didn't. In reality, I didn't get the job done because I didn't execute nothing. I just made a bunch of videos, right? So it's like, okay, well, you made a bunch of videos, whoop-de-doo, right? But who cares? What does those videos do for people, right? So then I hit up some of my students. I'm like, yo, bro, did you look at my video? Yeah, I looked at the video. What you thought about it? What you think about it? Oh, it was okay. Why was it okay? Because, it was good, bro. It was cool. Well, why was it just cool, bro? Why wasn't it, Like, why wasn't it, like, something that you could actually learn from? Oh, because, bro, like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually have that issue, and it's so many different ways you can actually talk. So I urge you guys, if you have a business idea, if you are in the position to where you feel like, yo, I want to be great, I want to build, I want to grow, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know how I want to do it. I don't know how to position it. Shut up and listen to people. Stop thinking about what you want to do and listen to what people need around you. That's the difference. There's so many people around you that need stuff. They need things that you aren't willing to give because you're not willing to be quiet and operate outside of yourself. A lot of us, we're too busy and focused on trying to make sure that we are I don't want to do this one. Trying to make sure that we're living a dream. One, what you're doing isn't working, obviously, right? And that's okay. Shit, most of the stuff that I do ain't working, right? Like, I keep it a stack with y'all. A lot of things that I do on a daily basis don't work, but you know what I do? I pivot. If it ain't working for me, I say, all right, bet. Next, right? I don't do the same thing expecting a different result. If I see something ain't working, I'm going to go ahead and skedaddle up out of there. And it's the same thing when it comes to reselling, guys. Like, you want to be a reseller, but you ain't willing to change. You want to be an entrepreneur, but you still have work habits, like 9-to-5 habits. Or forget 9-to-5 habits. You want to grow and you want to be a reseller and you want to build your business, but you don't even look at the businesses, or you don't even apply for businesses that are selling the stuff you want to sell. If I was right now somebody that wanted to grow a business and I wanted to be great, right? The first thing I would do is apply to AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, Xfinity, all of these other platforms. Why would I do that? I would do that because I'm looking like, okay, I see that these platforms are doing something great, right? I see that T-Mobile is selling really good. It's selling home internet great, right? Okay, cool. Because at one point in time, I wanted to have the first black-owned cell phone company. You know, I wanted to own my own cell phone company at one point, right? And I was like really like stuck on it. And what I do, I hit up a manager in Bel Air, Maryland that I knew, and I worked there, and I just shadowed him. Like, I just shadowed him. I was like, yo, why you do this? Why you do that? Why do you set your schedules up that way? Well, I set my schedules up that way because we have a head count. What you mean you got a head count? So every store has a head count, bro. Like, you don't just get to hire as many people as you want. What do you mean? I mean, like, they restrict us from hiring whoever we want. We have a certain amount of people we can have in each store. Okay, so that's where I was fucking up last time when I had 3 stores. I was hiring 5 people here, 6 people here, and then 2 people here. And I was wondering why my revenue was just shaky in different places. He's like, yeah. Okay, cool. So, all right, you do that. And then let me ask you something. Like, how do you handle interviews? Like, do you do this, and that? And it was a learning experience. And I learned a lot. And I think that's where us as entrepreneurs can grow, is we can really start to become better when we want to. We just don't want to. We want to be lazy, right? And I won't even say lazy. We want things to be handed to us, right? A lot of us, we want shit to be handed to us. And that's not the reality, right? Ain't nothing finna be handed to you. Even if you got creators online that tell you, I'm sure I can go on TikTok, I can go on YouTube, I can do all of that. Like, and show you a bunch of creators that tell you that you can have life handed to you on a silver platter. And the crazy part is a lot of people want success so bad for their family that they're willing to try anything. And that's what these people utilize. They use that money that they get from them people to go on trips and go and spoil people and go and live their life, while the people that actually invested in their businesses aren't seeing no results. It's messed up, but it's sort of kind of self-inflicted at that point, right? So while I empathize with a lot of hustlers out here, I also try my best to stay out the way and push the content out that I know will help and benefit people, right? So that's just how I be. That's how I am. You feel me? All right. So let's get into phone flipping. Okay. We're going to get into phone flipping because this is getting boring. Okay. I'm getting bored listing stuff on eBay. All right, so what we're going to do, I had a guy, he asked me, do I do offer up or do I do Facebook Marketplace? All right, because he said offer up. I mean, he said Facebook is kind of dead. It's full of scammers. He like, yo, B, what do I do? What do you do, right? I go on offer up. And everybody that watches me on a consistent basis knows that if you are new, what's up? What's popping? Welcome to the team. Let's make money work for you, not work for the money. Okay. If you don't know who I am Brandon. Okay. And I am somebody that cares. I'm somebody that will tell you when I mess up. I'm somebody that is not perfect. Somebody that loses money all the time. Somebody that makes money. Somebody that goes through the process. Right. So anyway, first thing I would do, iPhone. Let's look at some iPhone stuff. Let's look at some stuff. Right. And if you guys don't know, I do have connections with buyers. Go to hustlertaught.me.com. This is the site where I actually teach people, right? You go to buyers, phone flip, and price list, and you can download a price list with 50 buyers internationally, okay? And in the country, 25 each. I have more on the price list than 50 now at this point. You guys know I've been dealing with this price list for forever. But the only difference is I do not hold everybody accountable on that list to give offers. So the reason that it is 50 is because I pay 50 individual they all send me price lists. From there, I send the price list to my person that then creates a price list, one price list of all of the prices and market value, which means they add everybody's price up, divide it by 50, and then they find out market value. If y'all want, I can actually pull the price list up, which I'm going to do. Let me go get that price list. And it's useful. It's useful for a bunch of different reasons, especially market value, knowing exactly what to offer and what not to offer. So to everybody out there that is looking to build, you're looking to grow, you're looking to start making bread, this is where you want to come. Now, I'm not talking about the price list. I'm not talking about just getting this. You really want to go, I'm telling you right now, like, this is not going to stay open forever. But right now, I got this for $25. You get my phone number once you sign up. And what ends up happening is you're going to get the price list. You need the price list. Tell me, I got you. I'm going to send you the price list. I'm here to help people. I'm here to grow. When you sign up for $25, I just want to say, because all of my communities are 50 and up, just to let you know, $25. I'm here to help you. It's not going to be $25 forever, though. Okay? That's just probably for this weekend. But because I'm trying to get the ball rolling so I can close this, so we don't have to keep going. What the freak is going on? So we don't have to keep admitting people into this. But regardless, that's how you can start phone flipping with me. Okay. Now, next, when it comes to phone flipping, we always look up iPhones. We take away the shipping method. You don't want to ship when you are looking for phones. You don't want to go on eBay. You don't want to go on Mercari. You don't want to do these things that require you to trust somebody. If you trust anybody with, in the regards of selling or buying phones, you are putting yourself in a high risk category, right? So the main thing with flipping phones is you have to always have your brain focused on, is this high risk or low risk? Is this something that is going to make me money, or is it something that may take money? It's important for you to understand that, because with phone flipping, the main purpose is for you to not just buy phones, but for you to keep flipping the same money. That's really the purpose of phone flipping, right? So you want to make sure that when you're going into this process of flipping phones, your mental mindset is on, I want to keep as much money flowing as possible. Now, the only way that you can do that in a proactive, beneficial, cautious, but also lucrative way, because the only way money can become lucrative is if you spend it, right? Invest it, is making sure you have something like a price list, not Atlas, not a free price list that is developed by a reselling company. We Sell Cellular, prime example, is a company that works with these free price lists, right? And what they do is they actually sell phones to stores like me, okay? So I can go ahead and I can sign in, and then I can literally show you a whole bunch of phones that you probably sold to Atlas that I could buy now, right? Like, again, this is something that a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people that tell you in their nice Teslas or even on YouTube, hey guys, join my academy because I'm going to teach you how to make money phone flipping. But they have not really phone flipped a day in their motherfucking life. They ain't really phone flipping. Phone flipping is understanding how to connect with real buyers. Phone flipping is understanding how to flip money on multiple platforms. And phone flipping is how to understand how to have the art of negotiation, because phone flipping isn't just about buying phones using Facebook ads. I don't use any ads. I don't pay any money to acquire any phones. Why the hell would I pay money to buy a phone from somebody that wants to sell a motherfucking phone? Why the hell would I pay anybody to sell me their phone? Bro, you can't go get a double cheeseburger with a medium fry and a high C with no ice with a phone. But I can do it with this money. You can't go and you can't buy Christmas gifts with a phone. But I can with this money. Listen, you can't pay your electric bill with a phone. But well, you can technically, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like going on the website and paying. I'm talking about you can't use the phone to actually pay your bills, broski. Okay? I'm damn sure not about to go and advertise. I buy phones. I'm not about to be one of them. So I don't teach you guys that way, because that's not the real way to phone flip. I'm about to trust a platform to put me in front of people that want to sell phones, just like the rest of the wireless stores around me. Or am I going to do it organically so I don't have to depend on anyone? Man, I'm a hustler, man. I don't depend on nobody, and I get it from the muscle. That's how I was taught, and that's how I'm going to stay. All right, so I look for phones like iPhone 14 Plus. iPhone 14 Plus are really cheap. People lose their mind. They use sometimes people out of pocket like a pistol in a robbery, and you got to bring them down. Sometimes you got to realize, especially when you're making the type of offers that I make, that every time you make an offer, you're not going to get somebody to bite. Okay, I am an expert at negotiating. I'm an expert at being able to close deals. I'm an expert at being able to have high conversions when phone flipping. I have not ever had a moment in my life where I couldn't buy a phone. There's plenty of times I have walked away from deals. There's plenty of times when people have got me literally while we are meeting up and stole my money. There's plenty of times I brought bad phones. But all of these experiences coupled together have helped me so I don't ever fall in those traps, and I help a lot of people not fall in those traps because I've been there. I've been to the point to where I'm trying to buy phones on Facebook Marketplace, and they're hagglers and they don't want to go down on the price. Well, wake up call. Let me tell you why you can't flip phones on Facebook Marketplace. Because when you flipping phones on Facebook Marketplace, you're flipping phones or trying to buy phones from people that are old. That's it. Like dead ass. The scammers are not on Facebook Marketplace. You need to go where the scammers are. Why? Not so you can buy from the scammers, but because you need scammers to flush out the market. You need scammers to put the market where it belongs. Now let me explain. See, this is what real phone flippers know, not fake ass phone flippers. See, a lot of people, especially when you see phones that are fresh in the box, they go and they steal the phone. They use CPNs and profiles to get phones. They're using these CPNs and profiles to get these phones. So what they do is they'll go into Verizon and they'll use somebody's social. They'll use somebody's identity. They'll go ahead and get phones on an account. They'll take those phones. They'll go straight up to offer up and list those phones. It usually be a picture. I probably could find a pic from somebody. It usually be a picture of somebody in a car like this. Like this. 100%. I guarantee you that's a phone flipper. I mean, a scammer. They're never gonna do shit like this with the scrunchie in their hand, with the picture and right on their bed. They don't do that. They try and get this money, because what they do is once they get the bread from their account, they don't want to sit with the phones, right? They don't care about the phones. They care about the money on. They care about the money, right? So what they do is they list them phones right up. And those are the people that you need on a platform to make the other people that are selling phones straight out their drawer, look and be like, damn, I can't offer that high because, you know, I have another phone right here that's fresh in the box that ain't being sold that high. Now, why do scammers not sell phones high? Because remember, they're only paying taxes. They're not paying full price for these devices. They're going and putting people's socials in tablets that the representatives at these stores have, and then they're trying to get these phones for cheap. Now, when they get these phones for cheap, which will be a down payment, right? They only want the down payment plus profit. They not tripping on trying to get the full value for the phone. That's where, again, a lot of people get caught slipping, because a lot of people, they don't know what the fuck they doing. A lot of people, they're too busy learning from individuals, in my opinion, which is not even an opinion, it's a fact, don't really flip phones. Flipping phones is the easiest thing to do. That's why I don't really put out videos on it, because it's so easy. It's not even funny, right? You need to learn the 4 factors of impulse. You need to learn how to walk away from deals. You need to know how to make offers. You don't need to be talking about, hey, how you doing? The weather is nice, isn't it? You don't need to do none of that. You need to go literally, right? I'm going to go iPhone 14 Plus. iPhone 14 Plus, 128 gigabytes. So it's T-Mobile, right? T-Mobile phones are pretty good, because even if it's eSIM, you can go ahead and sell this on the street to a consumer, and you could be able to still make bread, right? It's 2 ways that you can actually sell phones when you're flipping. You can sell phones to consumers, and you can sell phones to wholesale buyers. There's 2 different benefits though. If you're selling a phone to a consumer, it's going to take longer for you to sell, but you're going to make more profit than you would with a wholesale buyer. If you're selling phones to a buyer, you're going to be making money faster, but you're going to make less money. So what I like to do is I like to play in between the field. That's why I like OfferUp, and I don't like Facebook Marketplace, because when you are going to buy a phone from OfferUp or even Facebook Marketplace, you want to be able to list that phone back up. There's so many phones on my profile that I literally list right back up, taking the picture of the phone that I just brought from that person account, the person that I just brought account. I don't have no pics. Like, I don't care. I'm here to make money. I'm not here to play buddy. I'm not here to build no relationship with you. Listen, I want to grow. If you down to grow and provide more phones for me, we good. But if not, skedaddle, right? We buy the phone, I go my separate way. But 9 times out of 10, when you operate in this manner, you'll have people that hit your phone up on a consistent basis because they see you about your bread. And guess what? If you're about your bread, you're giving them bread. And that's what people want. So an iPhone 14 Plus is definitely going to be a good buy. But the problem is it's a locked iPhone 14 Plus T-Mobile. Now, a locked iPhone 14 Plus T-Mobile isn't worth any money. How do I know that? I know that because the 14 Plus internationally, which means overseas and also in the States, is not a phone people want. Why? Because the iPhone 14 Plus is the same exact phone as the iPhone 14, just a bigger screen. People don't buy the iPhone 14 Pro Max for the same features in the iPhone 14. If you haven't known, an iPhone 14 has the bare minimum. The iPhone 14 Pro has the highest chip and all that other BS, right? The point of the matter is Apple tried to create the Plus series, which is the worst series that's ever created. They trying to now they got the 16E and stuff, but they're trying to find ways to get more money out of consumers with different variations. But this was a horrible one. Okay, as you see, the prices suck, right? So what we know automatically is freak. Market value for this phone is really, really low. This person doesn't want $450. When somebody is listing a price on OfferUp for phones, they never list the real price they want, because they watch movies, they listen to other people, and they think that they know how to negotiate. Ding dong, you don't. What they think is, well, I'm going to put the price higher, so when somebody complains and tries to negotiate lower, I will hopefully get the offer that I really want and be able to concede, make the person that is trying to buy the phone feel good. The problem is that we hustlers, and we already know the game. And at the end of the day, I buy the phones for what I want to buy the phones for. I have the leverage, you don't. I have the money, you have the phone. So we have to understand first how we are going to cement our relationship. You're going to understand that I will not disrespect you. I will not treat you less than what you are, right? I will always respect everybody that I come in contact with. But I will definitely not let you diminish my money and the money that I have in my pocket and try to make me buy a phone that I know for a fact isn't worth diddly squiddly squat for your ego. So what I would do is I'll say I can do 230, right? I'll do 230. Now, this is not really what I would do. I probably would do 275. I probably would do 250, 275, right? Now I'm going to offer lower. The person is going to say no. But the problem is I have a solution to where people, they'll usually see an offer and they'll be really, really low and they won't say nothing, right? So what I do in those cases, if I offer you a really low offer, and then I know for a fact you might not pay any attention to it because you like this guy playing, I ask a follow-up question. It doesn't. No. Watch this, because this is T-Mobile, right? This is on a account still, right? That's it. Now, the reason I asked that question is because once I ask that question, now you're going to be thinking, well, he already assumed, he had a he had a notion. He had a, why am I having a brain fart with these words? He had a assumption that he knew, and maybe if I clear up the assumption, he may offer me different. That is the type of mindset we want with individuals. We want people to think that we may offer something different when in reality we won't. In reality, we just want them to respond and want them to concede, and we want to open up a conversation to see how flexible they are, how willing they are, how cooperative they are. If they're not cooperative and they want to argue, I go about my day, bro. I'm not finna argue with you. I can show you mad examples of where people wanted to argue. They're like, oh no, it's not about what you want, it's about what I want. And I'm like, okay. Copy. And they're like, what you mean copy? I mean, okay, bro. Like, what do you mean okay? Are you gonna buy it? No. What you mean no? You're not gonna buy my phone? No. Like, do you think, bro? You're gonna walk away from the deal? Yes. All right, come get it now. Okay. That's it. You want to feel like Mr. Tough Guy? You go ahead and feel like Mr. Tough Guy. I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to tell you something. It's not about being tough. It's not about feeling like you won. You want the person that you're buying the phone from to feel like they won. You don't need to feel like you won. We are okay with who we are. We are okay with who we are. We don't need to do nothing for shits and giggles. This is Verizon. So these are all locked. We're going to try 250 this time. This is still on a account, right? How long have I been live? 1 hour. All right, iPhone 13 Pro Max. This is one of the phones that is still valuable. I love iPhone 13 Pro Maxes. I'm upset I sold mine. This is one of the best phones ever. Problem is, it's getting pretty old. This was listed 24 hours ago, which interestingly is at 155. That is screaming scam. This person joined April 25th. So this is a great lesson that I can show you guys right now. Old ass man. Why is there an old ass man on this profile? So the reason it's an old man on this profile is because they're trying to get you. They're trying to get you and trying to make you feel like, okay, this is just an old man. Let me just offer him something so that I can get over on them, right? They have a profile picture. TikTok, I'm sorry y'all can't see it. Go to my YouTube, Hustler Taught Me, and you guys can see more. But it's an old man, and they will either do this. Scammers on OfferUp will either put a nice, cute girl, a girl in general, a picture of a girl's nails or something, or they'll put like an old person on a profile pic and try to get you to fall for their shenanigans. What I usually do is I'll look to see when they join. Usually it's the same month that you're in currently. And then when you look, it's just only one post, and the offer that they're trying to give you is it's like, bro, that's too good to be true. And they don't have no followers. They ain't buy nothing. We ain't finna fall. This is a good account. George, no profile picture. Joined November 2020. If I'm being honest, anybody that's selling on OfferUp don't need no damn profile picture, right? Like, they just trying to get bread. Oh, Apple Watch GE included. Screen on, watch is cracked. Bro, why the yeah, okay. Anyway, iPhone 13. Nah, he doesn't tell us if it's locked, though. And he's in Jersey. I can do 275. No, 250. This is locked, right? I don't need the watch. I don't want the watch. Why don't I want the watch? Apple Watches are horrible. They're horrible. Apple Watches are horrible. They're horrible. Okay? Now, I got Apple Watches from last year sitting in my store safe. Listen, Apple Watches are trash. They're trash to resell unless they're new. If they're new, you can sell to wholesale buyers. But if they're used, I would never buy used Apple Watches anymore. Used Apple Watches, it's so like an Apple Watch is so cheap for a consumer to get. They won't usually look for a used one. Cell phone companies usually have great deals. They also 7 out of 10 times the consumer wants to put the watch on their phone plan. So it's a lot, but I'm cool with the watches. iPhone 13 128 original owner, comes with original box and papers. Now, this is definitely a good seller. So, and look at the price. Look at the price. Reasonable. Definitely a good seller. That's the iPhone 13. Now, see how I said it was a good seller, but I offered less than what they're asking, right? You never offer what they want. Never. Because you always want to see what juice you can squeeze out the orange, right? You never want to be one of them people. This person's taking a picture on the paper towel. That's diabolical. I mean, I respect it because they actually care about presentation, but that's crazy work. Is this a paper towel or is this a sheet? I wouldn't want to lay on that, whatever that is. That look hard. That don't look smooth to me. I mean, it might be a nice comforter though. I ain't even gonna lie. That joint might be nice. I ain't even gonna lie. Never mind. Oh, nice and pearly white. iPhone 14 Pro 128 unlocked. Alright. I can definitely do 275. No box, right? And I wish some of them answered. So we can go ahead and, you know what I mean. iPhone 14 new. Definitely wholesale seller. Joined January 12th. Sold 2. This is definitely a wholesale seller. Price is reasonable. Brought the price down from $350. But I'm going to give him the real price that I know it's worth. I can do $250, which he knows for a fact his buyer is probably paying. So what wholesale sellers do, people that actually go into those stores and get these phones, what they'll do is they'll only use OfferUp to see if they can get higher than what their buyer is going to pay them. Remember what I said, buyers are going to always offer you less than what a consumer. So what wholesale buyers do is they want just to find a buyer that offers at least $5-10 more than their buyer. It's fact. Little crack. See, I don't really bang with no crack phones no more. We live in an age where you should have took care of your phone, and it could be way more different damage. It's just no point. I unlocked 14 Pro Max. This is gonna be expensive. I can do 350. I'm getting tired, y'all. Boom. And also, whenever you're watching this, man, let me know if you like these type of videos. I do these in the morning. But that's gonna be it for your boy. I gotta eat some breakfast. Did I take my vitamins today? Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you. You know I love y'all like a fat kid love cake, man. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And I hope you guys continue to make money work for you and not work for the money. You feel me? Also, make sure that you guys are building. Make sure you are not staying stagnant. Make sure you're giving yourself a chance. Don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for a dream. You have all the control you need. You can make whatever you want happen. All you actually have to do is get your behind up. Stop wanting things to happen without doing the work. Okay? I appreciate you guys. I really do. Definitely think about joining the community. because I'm just so excited being able to just connect with people, being a phone number. You guys have my number. Me checking up on you, doing our end of day calls. It's something that I love doing, but I can't do all year round all the time with a bunch of people. So I'm looking for like 20 people at most, but I enjoy it because the best feeling is seeing those results and hearing people just happy, right? And seeing what people and how people take the success further. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, man. I really appreciate everyone, man. Make sure you like the video if you did like it. If you didn't, I understand. Give me some feedback. Always be my biggest critic, guys. Criticize me. Tell me what videos y'all want. Please, that's just what I need, right? Also, if you're watching this video right now, I need a favor, okay? Before you get off, before you go ahead and click off, because I know you've been to click off, but I need you real quick. This is like something serious. I need you real quick. This doesn't require anything really, but I need you. Like, I really need you. So I need you to go and I need you to subscribe to my vlog channel, Educated Hustler Vlogs, okay? That is going to be a channel, most people don't, where I am going to be listing my vlogs, and I'm just like, oh, Educated Hustler Journal. I forgot we changed the name. So it's Educated Hustler Journal. Educated Hustler Journals. This is where I'm journaling my life, with trips that I go on this summer, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And I just really want you guys to be a part of it. Gadget Hustle is coming as well. That's just going to be where I do all of my product reviews for all of the products that I have came across and sell and distributors send me and stuff of that nature. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.